Hey guys, good morning. Give me a second to share this video. We're seeing kind of crazy weather everywhere still, which is a little bit unusual, just because literally we already had the full moon, so things should be calming down if anything. But I'm seeing kind of a weird reaction with this moon, where it's continuing because people are a little bit in harmony, disharmony with each other, which means they're in disharmony with themselves. Yeah, 1 second, I'm going to share it like in a couple more groups. I haven't been live for a couple days, so I kind of want to get a good one. Alright, I think I got them all. I got one more. So we have lots of news since I've been gone. I always like to pop up when there's things going on. I like to take a little break, recharge, and then come back when there's actual stuff going on. So I have a lot of news to go through, and then I'm going to do cards. So we had torrential downpours battering various parts of China, literally flooding streets and destroying farmland across many areas. 4,100 people have been affected, but this is really happening globally, all over the world. 6 people were injured by lightning in Austria. They had insane storms everywhere. Missouri just flooded really bad. We had a strong sandstorm in Saudi Arabia, and this is common in the Sahara Desert and the Arabian Peninsula, but this was less than 30 minutes and over 1,000 feet tall. ISIS was in Australia, I saw. They have the plague in Santa Fe County, New Mexico. The Department of Health can't tell us much, but a 63-year-old has the plague. Health officials are investigating his home and making sure everyone is safe. The plague is transmitted from infected rodents and ticks. They've already had 10 cases of cat and dogs with the plague in New Mexico this year as well, which is kind of crazy. To me, it's kind of crazy. Okay, I didn't want it to disconnect or I would have just quit. Yemen is back in the news as 681 people die from the cholera outbreak. That's an increase in the death toll of 51% since May. There's nearly 87,000 cases of cholera recorded right now. 2/3 of the country is actually infected with cholera. There's a travel ban now in Australia. They're now revoking the passports of convicted sex offenders so they can't leave the country to go to Asia to abuse children. This might be challenged later in the courts, and I say might be challenged, it'll create a huge deal in their courts because people are saying they served their time and they're being treated unfairly. But over 3,000 convicted pedophiles will be banned from traveling for life. The latest anti-aging tactic sounds straight out of a creepy sci-fi vampire story. According to Allure magazine, quote, teenage blood, end quote, treatments are now a thing. The $8,000 procedure involves receiving an injection of blood from a teenager, also known as platelet-rich plasma. Participants have allegedly seen lower levels of cancer, causing antigens, lower cholesterol, and a lower Alzheimer's risk. However, there's a catch. The biotech startup company performing the trial has no control group. That choice raises some red flags when it comes to scientific validity. In other words, it's not really valid. But what I see happening is like starting with the Rolling Stone Illuminati Katy Perry story. Now we're seeing this in Allure. It's basically the elite kind of taunting us like, well, what are you going to do about it? They're just kind of putting stuff in mainstream media. We have North Korea talking about an EMP attack on America. The headline is, quote, North Korea dreams of turning out the lights for America, end quote. California is having an endless winter. 8 feet of snow is still on the ground. I like this one because it's right near me. In Pennsylvania, Lake Erie is inches from hitting a record high water level and flooding everywhere. In South Sudan, we have 20 million starving to death, the worst famine since World War. Facebook to spy on people through smartphone cameras and analyze emotions of face, Zuckerberg just released. Samsung smartphones are listening and watching what you do on the web and monitoring your emails. And then we have a Christian couple charged with murder after they prayed instead of taking their twin daughter to the doctor and she died. I'm going to start doing cards now. I'm just trying to get to it. So drop your name for a card. We have people in disharmony. And when people are in disharmony, the earth will respond. So instead of this weather kind of slowing down and chilling after the moon, it's kind of continuing a little bit. So work at coming more into harmony with yourselves. That's all you can really do to come into harmony with everyone else. You really have to be in harmony with yourself. So try to meditate more, unplug, get grounded, get into nature. We just went out into nature all weekend. It was really nice. And I'm already looking forward to this weekend. Real quick before I get started, the link for our website's above. We do healing work, we do readings, and I teach Reiki classes and certify people in Reiki remotely. So definitely check our website. All of our products on there are infused with Reiki healing energy. Brandy Paula Jacques. Authority. Well, you're really working on yourself. You have to dismantle any systems running within you that are not serving you. That's probably why you're asking, when will I start chemo? I gave myself cancer as well. And I say gave myself cancer, yes. I manifested cancer in my own body from my thoughts and my negative thoughts in my mind. It really will manifest into the physical. So I had stage 3 cancer as well. You should probably be looking into natural remedies like CBD. I know CBD cures cancer. They have biotech beds that are like, that you put your feet in them and they're like water, and people put crystals in them. That can cure up to stage 2 cancer. So really you have to go within and figure out what systems are running that are not serving you. And for me, that was a lot of negative programming. It's all around us. We just learn how to think really negatively about things. It's just, since we're born, we're kind of indoctrinated into this paradigm, and we can really believe it. And it can just create a lot of illnesses. That's where we're all kind of at right now. We're all working on healing, and that's what I do. I facilitate in the healing of others. So you're not kind of coming to me randomly. We're all just working on healing right now. So we're not going to go dismantle these systems around us which are not serving us. We're going to go within and we're going to fix ourselves. I know that if I don't like something in someone else, it's something that I need to change. So I'm not going to try to change them. I'm going to try to change myself. Satosh Kumar. Memories of love. You are letting go of nostalgia. I am doing the same thing. We have to let go of these memories, and we're going to go from using logic to a sense of knowing, a sense of intuition. So you're not going to be processing your thoughts in the same way anymore. It's going to be more like an intuition feeling and less like kind of thinking about things, more like a knowing or a feeling. So just kind of be aware of that. Amber Marie, good morning. Transformation. I'm kind of hiding out in a secret area on Facebook. I'm doing my secret mystery school. I've just posted the first assignment. I probably can take like another 20 people, so if you're interested, you can get a hold of me. But I am real selective of who I'm teaching there. So Amber Marie, you are working on going from a caterpillar to a butterfly, literally. And this is my favorite card because this is where I'm at. I'm the butterfly in the glass that won't quite jump yet, but my wings are ready. And someone just is people are trying to push me out there, and I'm not ready yet. And that's okay. But we're really just going from caterpillars to butterflies, and none of us have even gotten there yet. We're going to continue to change and evolve and get lighter and lighter. And you can kind of see it in people. People are just getting like a higher light content. They're getting brighter, happier. Let's see. Leah Ann. Good morning. Moving on. This is a card for the collective. This is for everyone. We're having to move on from anyone and anything not serving us, and sometimes that looks like people. I have a real good example of this. I had some people I was friends with on Facebook, and I can really just tell a lot. I'm real tuned in and my third eye is open, so my angels and guides are telling me a lot. I see a lot, whatever. I have all the clairs, etc. So I could see that this one friend of mine was talking about me behind my back on here. So I got rid of her as a friend, and then now I'm seeing she's posting all over about me with my name on it. So I'm really glad I got rid of that person. I don't want someone around me that's two-faced and is going to act like my friend and post about me behind my back to people. So I let go. I had to do it. I had to move on. And I feel so much better now. I really do. And that's the thing with toxic people. When you try to get away from them, they will try to control how other people see you, and they will literally like talk about you behind your back. This is a really narcissistic trait. I don't want anyone around me that's going to drain me and not value me as a person and is just going to use me energetically. So we have to get rid of these narcissistic personality types that will just literally, it's like an energy vortex. They'll just keep sucking you dry till you literally have nothing, and they will leave you a shell of a broken person. And unfortunately, empathy is really being drilled out of people in this society from childhood. Literally, it's like a rare thing to be an empath now. I hate to tell you, all people were psychic and empathic, and anyone can tap into their gifts and kind of live out of compassion. So you really had to move on from negative people that make you think negatively. You're not thinking that way about them for no reason. It's your body telling you that their vibe is not great. And it's kind of like your body telling you, go by vibration. If someone makes you feel drained or doesn't make you feel good, get rid of them. I don't care how people will see me over it. I feel better. I feel lighter. So just kind of do like an inventory of your life, and anyone who makes you feel drained, doesn't appreciate you, is stuck in the third dimension. I had a dream about this 2 nights ago too, where someone in my family, I was shown, well, this is you a long time ago, many lives ago, this was you. But you're not going to get through to her because of her level of understanding. She's just never going to be where you are now. She's at a very low level of consciousness. Let her go. Just let these people go. Some people were not going to phase. So just really move on from anyone and anything not serving you. You'll feel so much better. I already do. Let's see. Chena Delgado. Light. Literally, you are the light. And what happens when you're in a dark room and you turn on the light? Oh my God, the darkness goes away. So instead of letting that darkness put your light out and going down to their vibration, stay light. Make them come up to yours. Shine so bright that you won't go down. When there's 2 people in a room, if someone's at a low vibe or a high vibe, one of them, you can either come down or the other person can come up. I'm going to make them come up. I'm not going down to their vibration anymore, because whenever I get a low vibe or let my vibe get low, I just get sick or don't feel good, or it drains me energetically and I just feel like crap. So I'm going to work really hard at every day waking up with the intent that every day is a high vibe day. I'm choosing to be high vibe every single day, and at least I try. Let's see. Christy Lynn. Trapped in fear. You have to let go of fear completely. I tell you guys enough stuff that you could be afraid every day, right? No. I'll be here tomorrow with the news and we'll all be fine. We'll all be great. And actually, I think tomorrow will be even more of a high vibe day than today. I think the energy is going to continue to rise as we get away from this full moon energy. So tomorrow will be even better. So what do we really have to be afraid of when every single day is supposed to be better than the last? Every day I should be a better version tomorrow than I was the day before. So let go of fear completely. I swear this is my favorite quote. Everything you want is on the other side of that fear. Everything. All your dreams. We can't be in love and fear at the same time. We have to pick one. And by picking one or the other, we literally shift into a parallel universe. It might look just like this one, but we're actually shifting timelines. So choose love all the time. Leanne. That sounds creepy. I'm not sure what sounds creepy. You are going to rest and rejuvenate, though. I have no clue what you're talking about. But rest and rejuvenate. Get out into nature. Unplug. I like this guy is meditating in the woods. That's like my dream right now. Get outside. Go meditate. Spend some time with your thoughts. Or how about spend some time turning your thoughts off? Turning off the monkey mind. You can get into nature. Meditate. It will kind of slow down your thinking a little. Carrie Guevara Clark. Destiny. We are creating our destiny. We are creating our future. We are manifesting it literally with our thoughts and our words. So that's why when I do readings, I like to think of it better as me helping people get to their to the best potential timelines, because we have so many probabilities. It's not like, oh, this is what's going to happen. You actually have a lot more choice and decision than you like to think. So just know we live in a manifest reality. We can create anything that we want, and our vibration is going to determine what we see, how we vibe. So work on controlling your vibration and you can control your destiny. Alicia Torres. Well, you need a change. You need harmony. This is your card. Peace, love, and harmony. You need peace, love, and harmony in your life. And I was telling a real good friend of mine that was visiting this weekend that she says that your job has to reflect the inner. Your inner has to reflect the outer. My inner situation is going to reflect my home, my job, and what I'm choosing to do all the time. And I really was following my ego for many years. And I had a job I wasn't happy at. It was good materialistic, but honestly, you're not going to find happiness that way. So you have to be doing something that's service of others in some type of way. That's how we're actually going to get sorted, not good and evil like everyone thinks. We're getting sorted according to if we are service to self or service to others, literally. So just stay focused on being service to others. Maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time for a shift in energy so that you can be more in alignment with your higher self and who you're meant to be ultimately. We're kind of like shedding layers of ego, shedding layers of ourselves to get to that authentic space of who we really are. Curtis Hatch. I feel that intense energy with little upset faces. I know I make the elite very upset when I go live. I get the memo loud and clear. Because I'm teaching you guys how to empower yourselves. I'm teaching you something that can change everyone's lives, that can change the collective. And I'm actually making a really big dent in it. I'm actually affecting the collective, which is very hard to do. I know a lot of people want to change the world and change the collective. Trust me on this, it's a lot easier to change yourself than it is to change the collective. But I'm doing it and I'm making positive ripple effects, and I'm seeing things that maybe people aren't seeing on my level, I would say. Like, we're all experiencing the same scenario and we're viewing it from different viewpoints and stuff. I would just say I have a pretty hard job at this point with what I'm trying to do with my twin flame mission. That's why a lot of people might not understand what I'm doing and might judge me for what I'm doing, but I don't think people really understand what me and my twin flame are attempting to do here. Curtis Hatch, obstacles and challenges. Yes, that's what I like to do. Remove these blocks, remove these energetic blocks from you. Work on just on limiting yourself to your full potential. Sorry, I get really distracted with the crazy energy. Literally work on unblocking yourself, work at vibrating at your highest potential, literally. We have to learn how to ignore this stuff, literally, and because we don't want to feed it our energy. Like, I saw my friend do it yesterday where she probably had a bad day and she slipped, and then 2 hours later she messaged me how drained she was and how she literally had no energy left. So try to avoid this kind of stuff and ignore it. Wendy Tosconi. Fulfillment of wishes. You can have anything that you possibly want right now. My job is to manifest. I'm here to create the new earth. I'm not really here to destroy the old, even though I get kind of hung up in helping my friends with their mission. But my job is actually to create the new. So literally focus on the new, not so much destroying the old, because it's just kind of falling like dominoes. We don't really have to actually do anything, and just focus on what you want, not what you don't want. We're all kind of instant manifesting right now, and as we're kind of flipping through dimensions, it's going to get easier and easier to instant manifest. So stay positive with your thoughts. Work on what you want to see. Right now I'm working on drawing chakra openings and Reiki students to me. So definitely check out our site. You might be one of them. So I'm going to put the vibe out. I'm trying to teach you guys how to manifest. Instead of putting a vibe out like, oh, I'm not going to get any students, I'm putting a vibe out like, no, you guys are actually going to be one of them, and I'm going to put out the vibe and my energy will draw it to me. So we don't actually have to work so hard to kind of go and get what we want. We can actually just focus on controlling our vibration and drawing it to us naturally. Let's see. Laura Scarpello, suffering in silence. We're deeply connected. That's how I'm able to scan people remotely and to tune into their energy to help heal them. So we're deeply, deeply connected, literally, more than anyone will ever realize until they get far on their spiritual journey. And then people will realize, oh my God, we're one. Oh my God, we're the same. You're just another life of me. Like, literally, maybe if you come closer and pay attention, we can actually see it better. Megan Dean, love begins. This is my goal for every person watching this. Even if you have love, the goal is a spiritual union. So if you're already in a relationship, you can make that a spiritual union. You can make that last. You can make it better. You can make all of your relationships better. If you're not with someone yet, work on more self-love and you will draw that ultimate love to you, a soulmate or a twin flame, that kind of divine union. So work on more self-love. That's how I mastered this matrix. It was to love myself completely. And I know there's a lot of distractions telling you that you shouldn't love your body, you shouldn't love yourself, you shouldn't love the people around you, whatever it is. When you can master complete self-love and you can love all the aspects that you're trying to hide and you can't heal, when you can actually love and heal those aspects, you'll complete yourself, you'll be reunited with your divine counterpart, and you will ascend out of this matrix. There are other places that we can be learning that are much nicer than here. Sherry Louise, good morning. Prosperity begins, literally. I see you guys, not a lot because I'm so busy. I know people like to think that I'm Facebook security and spying on everyone, but I'm just so busy. Like, I can't even, I'm just on my page and posting in our group, and it keeps me so busy. So I did see that Sheldon put up an ad for his life coach services yesterday, and it made me beyond happy. I see that you guys are working so good in Unity in your group, and it's going so good. They have their Divinity Through Unity group, I think it's called, or you'll have to post the link below, but it's a real good group. They're doing amazing things in it. Keep up the work. Prosperity is going to begin for all of us. I dream of a new earth where there's no homelessness, there's no poverty, and that where we can all live as equals and we can all contribute, kind of like a beehive. Like worker bees, right? That's how I like to think of myself. Amber Marie, emotional loss. Work on healing your heart chakra, literally. We have to go through a loss of some type. It might not have been this life. It might have been a past life. I lost my mother, and it was very painful this life. And I know I've had a lot of other deaths in my past that I had to process due to that. So just be aware. Work on your heart chakra. We had to go through some type of pain to open us up to unconditional love, though. Michelle Elise, good morning. Solitude. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to unplug, meditate. I'll be working till 5. I will be here for energy work and readings, but I'm going to try to unplug in between if I can, or whatever. So just kind of unplug, get outside, recharge your battery. Now is when we should be resting, by the way. You know that these energy storms, we have a nice little break in the storm, so we should be resting right now. I've been sleeping a lot. I slept real good last night. Robin Allegretti, conflict and defeat, perfect, hand it over to God, give up. It's an ego death that we're going through. It's not your actual death, although I feel like I die all the time because the universe, when you're in my position, the universe will keep you nice and humble. And so I go through an ego death all the time. Anytime my ego will flare back up, I'll go through it harder than anyone. But these are ego deaths. Just kind of hand it over to God, pray to God, submit. A big part of this is surrender. A big part of this journey is surrendering what you want for the divine will. Ali Menez, sacral chakra. This is about sexuality and power, and so many of the divine feminine are working on their sacral chakra. We have a lot of sexual distortions, starting out when we're born with Christianity telling you that you're born in sin and that sex is a sin. Well, it's definitely not. It's kind of a divine thing if you're doing it with the right person, and it can generate some amazing healing energy. So no wonder they don't want people exploring sexuality. It can be very powerful if you have a power couple and the right people are merging together. You can become very powerful because God will merge with the two of you. So people want to eliminate that, and there's just so many distortions that you have to unprogram. So work on your sacral chakra. Any kind of like tiger's eye or orange stones would be really good for that. You could take a bath, like a sea salt bath, and put some orange crystals in it too. That would work really amazing. And of course, anyone who gets a chakra card can always check out our chakra opening. That is our gift. Caitlin Batters, power, perfect. Caitlin is in my class, and that class is aimed at bringing out your psychic potential and your power. I'm in the same class. I'm only a few lessons ahead of you guys, even though I'm teaching it. So this is going to teach all of us how to bring out our power and to tap into our gifts, and that's what we really need at this point. We need a little bit of formal training, I feel. So work on these lessons, because out of anyone, I know a lot of people, I can tell who's serious and isn't serious. Kind of study them, get serious about them. They're only for your benefit. Jody Marie. Material and spiritual prosperity. That's what I'm counting on, that as I heal my soul and as I repair my soul, it's going to reflect in every scenario in my life. So just work on your spiritual work, work on your healing your light body, repairing it, and your spiritual journey. And it will reflect in a monetary way later. Lloyd Wilsey, I didn't see your comment, but I see you joined. You have amazing awareness. This is my intent, to draw the already awakened to me. I don't have patience to try to wake up people that probably won't wake up and don't want to change. I would rather pour my energy into those that are awake and want to change. That's why people get upset when I get rid of them as a friend. But if you're just showing energetic vampire tendencies and I'm pouring energy into you for a repeated length of time and you're not changing, I'm going to be smart enough to figure out that I'm wasting my energy. And there's so many people, the whole planet wants our assistance, wants our help. Okay, so it's my intent to draw. Sorry, it keeps cutting out. It's weird, crazy energy in my house. My lights flickered on and off already today, too. So we have a very high angel content in our house today. But because of the work I was doing in my group. But literally, you have amazing awareness. Your third eye is open. Keep using that awareness. It will lead you, literally. That's your antenna to the cosmos. Brandy Pazach. Spiritual strength. This is what I'm working on. I don't really care. I am working on building my body up stronger and taking better care of it, but it's my soul and my spirit. I know that is real, and I know that soul evolution is the only thing that's really real here. Let's see. Alicia Torres. Emotional withdrawal. Get outside. This is my favorite. He's on the beach with the sea salt, meditating and in nature. Sea salt and nature are the best things that you could do to clean and heal your aura. So literally get out into nature. I'm going to let you guys go on that note because I see my dog is paging me. He wants to go outside. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to be here live tomorrow with some even better energy. So today's a real high vibe day. Get out there. Stay positive. Stay high vibe. We're still manifesting. And we have more power here than people would like you to think. You have a lot of power. Take it back. Start taking your energy back from those that don't deserve it too. Sending you lots of love and light.